Queens. So today I thought I'd do a quick video. It's another one of the Wedding Bells series, but it's a little bit just about healthy eating before your big day. I know that I should have started healthy eating quite a long time ago, but I had quite a lot of stuff going on, so it was difficult. So, and I know it sounds just like a massive huge excuse, but it's not. And at one point I just wasn't sure about when the wedding was going to happen, because we have had plans before and had to cancel. So it was kind of like, it was a bit strange really. We set the date and we've done it before, so it was kind of, is this really going to happen kind of thing. Excuse me. I'm in the middle of getting ready to go out and get the shopping in. So, what I wanted to do was in this video is talk about what I'm doing to currently lose weight. I've got 8 weeks. I'd like to lose 14 pounds at the least and 21 to 22 pounds at the most. 14 pounds would be great. So, I'm not going to tell you my initial weight. I'm not comfortable about that, but I will tell you that in my first week I've lost 4 pounds and I'm really excited about that. I was hoping for 6, which I know was absolutely massive, and just a stupid expectation really, but 4 pounds is amazing. And I don't know about everybody else, but when I start to lose weight, I think I look fatter than I did before I started. Isn't that weird? I think it's just because you start to see your body change slightly. I know it's only 4 pounds, but I can see a slight change already. And it's made me realise just how bad I look, you know, in a way. But I'm doing it by following a very healthy eating plan. I did mention crash diets, which wasn't quite the right way to put it, so I apologise for that. It's just kind of, I know that before I started on the healthy eating last week, I know that my main problem is portion control. I do tend to eat quite large portions, and so I know that that's a problem. And snacking is also something that is a problem. I'm a bit of an emotional eater and I do like nice things to eat, but I have been able to treat myself a little bit. I mean, I must admit, I had in my first week of serious really cutting down, I've only had 1 biscuit. I've had no chocolates, no cakes, no pastries, nothing like that. Virtually, yeah, no ice cream, nothing fattening in any way really, not sweet side of things, but I have had some little treats, shall I say. So one day I had a fatso sandwich. Okay, so that's not so bad because it's a sandwich and it's healthy because it's chicken salad, but I did have a bag of crisps with it. So I've had 1 bag of crisps this week, 1 biscuit. I had a slice of pizza yesterday because Sunday is my day where I will allow myself small treats. So yesterday I did have my biscuit with my cup of tea in the morning, which I haven't been doing all week. I did have a slice of pizza for tea, but then I had scrambled eggs on toast and I couldn't eat it because I'd had the pizza, so I literally only ate half of what my tea was anyway, so that was fantastic in itself. It just shows that because I'm cutting down portion size, my body is adjusting to that. I haven't felt hungry at all. I don't know if that's determination for what I've got to do, or I'm not really sure, but I just haven't felt greatly hungry, and I think that's a great thing. For me it is, because I tend to I eat when I'm bored, which is a really bad thing. But I cut down on bread, so I have a naan bread at the beginning of the week and I'll eat that, I'll half it and have 1 half on the Monday and 1 half on the Tuesday. I had a slice of toast yesterday and I had a bun on Friday, so I have massively cut down my bread intake because I was eating toast every day. At work I was taking a sandwich, so my bread intake has just dramatically decreased. I think that has helped. Like I said, portion size is very important. I haven't been drinking the lovely tings. I know they're quite high in sugar, so I haven't been having those. I've been drinking a lot of water and a lot of Robinson's High juice. Not a lot of that. I mean, when I have a diluted drink, it's quite interesting really. Mum will put a massive amount of concentrate in and some water, but I just put a tiny splash of the concentrate because I don't want it to taste very strong. I just like a hint of the flavour in there. So I've been drinking that and drinking water when I'm exercising, and I've been drinking Diet Cokes because I do like my fizzy drinks and I can't cut them out completely. The only treat I did have is I did have a can of Pepsi the other day, and a can of Ting. But on the whole, I've just cut out fizzy drinks very much. Like I said, I've got a Diet Coke instead of the full fat. So if you like your your fizzy drinks. If you can, just find a diet option that you like, because you can still have it as long as you're not drinking lots of the full sugar versions. So I found that helped. I find what for me is I don't want to cut out everything I like, and that's the key really. If I cut out everything I like, then after a week I just get really annoyed with it and I binge eat and I eat all the things I do like. So if I can't follow strict diets, I also am a very picky eater, so dieting is a very difficult thing for me to do initially anyway, just because I am such a picky eater. Yeah, so dessert wise, everybody in the family thinks it's absolutely hilarious, but I'll go, right, I'm gonna go and get me dessert now, and I come out with a merriment. Now the thing about that is, I know it's really weird, I always need to have a sweetness after I've eaten a meal. Not at a dinner time necessarily, but on a night time I feel like I need that sweetness afterwards. And sometimes it's to cleanse the palate, sometimes it's just because I like sweet things. Now a merriment is a soft mint. I'll show you in a video if you've never seen them before or heard of them, because I know I've got people from other countries who watch me. But I have my merriment, and it's just, you know, very low in fat, basically, virtually fat free. But what I find with it is, it's that little bit of hint of sweetness. I eat it slowly, so I don't just pop it in and chew it, I actually eat it in little bites. So I take about 5 or 6 bites of it, so it lasts a little bit longer, which is the key really. If you're eating smaller portions, chew your food, eat smaller forkfuls, make it last that little bit longer. And stop when you're full, essentially, which is what I've started to do, which is what I did yesterday. I had a slice of pizza as a treat, and it was thin based, so it wasn't so bad. And then I had scrambled eggs on toast afterwards, and I got halfway through it and thought, I don't feel hungry anymore, and I stopped. Lucky dogs, because they got to eat it. Anyway, at the moment, I think mint tastes cleanse your palate. It's very refreshing taste in your mouth, and it can affect anything you eat after, I find, mint, because it does leave that very refreshing taste in your mouth. So I think that if I eat that, I don't actually want to eat anything else after that. It's a bit like when you brush your teeth on a morning. You brush your teeth, and then it's funny because things don't taste the same right after you've brushed your teeth. So I think that the merriment just cleanses my palate, and it just makes me feel refreshed, and it gives me that sweetness. So that's really helped this week. So that's what I've been having after my meal, one merriment. Other sweet things that I'm snacking on are licorice. Not a lot of licorice. It's not like I'm eating packetfuls. I literally go to the drawer, get 2 pieces of licorice out. We get strawberry and we get the black one, red and black, and I just take 2 pieces of licorice, and that's me. So if I do get that little bit of snackiness later on, a piece of licorice is great, fat-free, really nice, really tasty. And I find because it's got quite a strong flavour, it gives that flavour in your mouth, and it makes me not want to actually then go on and eat anything else. And I like it, I like the taste of licorice. So that's something else that I've been doing. I've been eating, I can't eat huge amounts of fruit, unfortunately, because it come out in huge lumps. That one's still there very slightly. And the one up here has gone, but that one's, I can still feel the bump. I've got to be very cautious with the fruit, but I do love tinned grapefruit. I don't like them in syrup, I like them in fruit juice, and I have them on a morning. I have them 2 mornings a week, and I just have them with some low-fat sugar on, so half sugar. So you don't have to cut out everything, you can still have things that you like. It's just a case of maybe taking the lower fat options. So I have half sugar on my grapefruit, and then I also have Jordan's, which is, I think it's oats, with freeze-dried raspberries in it. That's a lovely start to the day. And the thing about that is, normally I would fill the bowl to the top with cereal, and the key is to fill it just below half, and that is a really lovely portion. And the oats fill you very quickly, so you couldn't eat a whole bowl anyway. So I think that's the key as well, it's finding foods that fill you quicker, and without you needing to eat so much. So yeah, I'm eating those. I did write out a set eating plan, including breakfasts, dinners and lunches and tea times, and I don't actually follow that religiously. So Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday I do follow it religiously, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I then mix it around. So if I get up on the morning, Thursday and Friday I always have the same breakfasts because I'm going to work, so I don't change those. But then the breakfast on Saturday and Sunday I can change around. Dinner time on Thursday remains the same because I'm at work, and dinner time on Friday remains the same. But the tea times on Friday, Saturday and Sunday, I can change them. So you don't have to stick to eating exactly the same things every day of the week, because you'd be worried about getting bored. And there are a lot of meals that I've organised that actually are more than 7 days. So I can look at those lists of meals and then I can decide which one I want to have. And for me, it's worked great the first week. I mean, I've lost £4, but also I've been exercising, and I'm really chuffed with losing weight despite the exercising, because as you exercise, you put more oxygen into the muscles, and obviously you're developing your muscles and they're becoming heavier. So the fact that I've exercised all week and then I've still lost weight, I think that's fantastic. I've exercised 6 days out of 7, and I've been doing the treadmill. Now, for me, if I'm losing weight, I did used to go to the gym and do sorts of weights and things like that, but the important thing when you're losing weight is actually cardio. We've got a treadmill that we got at Cash for a Flash for £30, and it's amazing. It stood for a while not getting used, but now it's just used so much. I love going on, to be honest. I've set up a playlist in iTunes, and it's got a number of songs in, and they did go up to 28 minutes, so that's what I was initially doing. And the reason I picked 28 minutes for me is because I've been going to Zumba, and I'm doing around 50 minutes of exercise once you take out the close down and the breaks in between. I don't include the warm-up because that's pretty high intensity itself, but the cool down and the little breaks in between each song, I'm going to take those out. So around 50 minutes. So I know that I can do 50 minutes of cardio. So I basically set it up at 28 minutes, and I've now built it up to 36 minutes. And the key is not to push yourself too hard too quickly. I don't think that I can do an hour on the treadmill, and I won't even push myself to that. But would I like to build up to that? Yes, I would. Cardio is the best thing. If you can keep a really moderate to steady pace, and your heart is racing, you start to sweat, you can feel your heartbeat is quickened, then you are doing a good thing. Now, at the gym, I spoke to a personal trainer, this is years ago, and they said to me, after you've done your initial 10 minutes, that's when your body starts to really burn fat, because you've built up your heart rate, you've got everything going, your whole body is then just alive with the exercise in a way, and then you start to burn. So anything after the first 10 minutes is a huge bonus. If I did 10 minutes, I'd literally only be starting to get my heart going, and then I'd be getting off and I don't think it would be doing me quite so much good. So over the week, I've built it up 8 minutes, and hopefully next week I hope to build it up maybe up to 42. I don't want to go mad all of a sudden. I just want to build it up as I feel comfortable. So what I intend to do is, I've got a song list called Treadmill on my iTunes, and what I'm going to do is add a song in there every week, or if I feel like I'm doing really well and I can do more, I'll add 2 in, and I'll switch them around to where I want them. The last 2 songs in the playlist are slower. Te Amo by Rihanna is my second off last, which is not super slow, so you can still keep a steady pace. And then my last song, it is slow, but my last song is a total inspirational song for me, because it's Glitter in the Air by Pink, which is what I've chosen to walk down the aisle to. So for me, as soon as that comes on, it's like, right, I know what I'm doing this for, and it's kind of a song that really encourages me, and it makes me remember what I'm doing all of this for, and that helps me, I don't know, it keeps me going, and I feel like I'm working through those songs just to get to that song, because then I know what this is about. I don't know if that makes sense, but to me it does. So hopefully I'll be adding more songs in there. I will put a little list in the bottom bar, in the information bar, if anybody's interested of what my treadmill songs are currently. And I will actually do a little list underneath of some of my meal choices. If anybody's interested in that, I don't know whether you would be, but it's just kind of what I'm following, and it's not a diet by any diet group at all. It's just something that I've put together myself. It's something that's worked for me in the past, and what it essentially is watching fat content. I don't really look at calories or anything like that. For me, it's fat content, and that's how I do it. But I'm literally determined. Alec is really impressed. He can't believe just how much effort I'm putting into it, and you can't believe how little I'm eating and just how well I'm doing and how well I'm sticking to it. But I'm literally very determined to look amazing in my dress. So, and it doesn't quite fit yet. It's about 1.5 inches off the zip closing, so I do need to get into this dress. But now I've lost 4 pounds. I am 10 pounds off my smallest goal, and I'm 17 pounds off my largest goal. So I think that that's pretty positive, and if I can lose another 3 to 4 pounds this week, I think that would be amazing too. I don't expect it to stay at a £4 per week weight loss. I know that in your initial few weeks you do lose a little bit more, but then your body evens out. So I do feel that if I could get another 4 off this week, then I'd only be 6 off my goal, and I'd have 6 weeks to go. So I would be pretty sure that I could probably lose £1 a week at that rate. And as I was talking to Elaine about it, Elaine said you only need to lose 14 pounds to get into a different dress size. So that's really encouraging news. And hopefully, yeah. And I'm going to get some underwear that sucks me in. Because that, I think that would help. Anything that would help is great. So that's just a little video about what I'm doing regarding weight loss at the moment. Sometimes you can get a little bit disheartened. So I kind of think, don't weigh yourself every day, weigh yourself once a week. If you haven't lost much, don't lose hope, because women's bodies change. You have water retention, you get periods, your body weight goes up and down all the time. And I am actually due to get my period, so I know that my weight will be changing. But if I do actually get my period, I won't actually weigh myself on the coming Monday, because I weigh myself every Monday morning, and I won't do it because I know that my body won't be at what it's supposed to be, and because I can put anything between 3 to 7 pounds on when I'm actually got my period, water retention and everything else. So I know that that's not a good time to weigh myself, because if I get disheartened, that in the past is when I would eat, which sounds ridiculous, but it is what you do. You get upset and you think, well, I've done all this and if it's for nothing, you know, I can't see the results. But you haven't got to be disheartened, and sometimes it might just be better that you don't weigh yourself. I have considered not weighing myself for a fortnight and then maybe being pleasantly surprised, but you know, the scales are sitting in there. It's just such a tempting thing to go and weigh yourself, and because you want to know how you're doing. But I think you can tell in your clothes and how you feel in yourself whether it's working for you or not, and you've got to do what's best for you at the end of the day. And that's how I feel. I feel like diet plans are not really for me, just because I am a picky eater, and I don't think they work for me. I think I need to do something for myself by my own rules, and yeah, so I think I'm waffling now. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. I will put some information in the down bar. If it's not there straight away, please come back in a couple of hours, because with the BT Infinity that we've got, videos upload very, very quickly. It's scary how quickly. So if this video is 8 minutes long, it'll say 1 minute per minute. No, not, yeah, no. If it's a 60-minute video, I think, I was trying to think of what it is. It's about 20 minutes. So literally when you do a short video, it's like up in about 6 minutes. So by the time you put your title, by the time you put your tags and do all the other things to it, I wouldn't have enough time to get all of the information in, including the song list, in the down bar. So please stick with me. Come back in a couple of hours and check that information bar down below. I'm not endorsing a diet in any way. This is something that I've put together myself. I'm not saying that it would work for you. I'm not recommending it to anybody, because I think that it's something that sometimes you do need to consult medical advice for, or you need to go to slimming clinics about. I'm just saying that this is what's working for me at the moment, and I just want to share it with you. So that's it for now, and in my next wedding bells I'll be doing my wedding ring and my shoes, and a little bit of an update about some changes and possibly the invitations, because we're trying to get those sorted. So that's it for now. I'll see you all soon. Bye.